Giorgio, at 73 years old, you're kind of maybe more celebrated than you ever have been, or at least for a long time. How does that feel?
Yeah, that's true. I did my first DJ gig like more than 40 years ago, because I would go to little discotheques in Germany to make some money and sing and play some records. But then then I went into producing and now especially through two things, actually the DJing thing and that big hit, which not me but Daft Punk has with the album and my song, get me out of retirement, let's say that.
And that song with Daft Punk is called Giorgio by Moroder, and it's almost like a biography of you in song, a real kind of strong tribute. How aware were you of what they were planning for that track?
Actually, I did not know a thing about what they wanted to do. They asked me, come in the studio in Paris and just tell your story. So I started to tell when I was young. Basically, I spoke for about almost 3 hours and not knowing anything about what they wanted to do. For a time, I was thinking maybe they take a piece of my voice and do a little bit of a delay, like Giorgio, mo, 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 something like that. Yeah. And then about a year ago, I went back to the studio to do another thing in Paris. And the same engineer who did then the mix, not the mix, but the recording of some of the stuff, I asked him, what is it? Can you tell me, give me an idea? No way, no. But is it good? Yeah, he said it's good.
The song that obviously in the UK at least you're best known for is I Feel Love, and it's sort of seen as such a influential piece of music. I mean, where was the kind of spark for that? That rolling, constantly undulating sort of bass line?
I think, if I remember, I went back to look at the movie of Star Wars, which had a scene called La Cantina, where they supposedly played the music of the future.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was the music of the future. It looked like, but it didn't sound like. So I thought the only way to do it is to do it with the computers, only computers. So I had this big modular Moog, and I had my guy, and I said, okay, I don't know how to start, but let's start with the bass line. We put a click on, I could play dung, 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 and then obviously speed it up or down. And then when we mix it down, the original was dung, 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 dung. And Jürgen Koppers, my sound engineer, added a delay. And suddenly it sounded... I said, oh, that's a whole new... That was the key moment. The song was done without a melody, because you cannot compose and tweet at the same time. So when it was done, I started to sing the melody, and then Donna obviously wrote the lyrics and sang it.
Yeah. You're in London for the London Electronic Arts Festival, where you're going to be presenting this 1984 version of Metropolis that you not only wrote the score for, but you sort of remastered, recut the film. Why were you sort of drawn to Metropolis?
I loved it. I was fascinated by the idea of Abel Gance with the Napoleon movie where they put the music on, and so I looked for some movies to do a similar thing, but much more pop. And the only one is Metropolis. Metropolis is still a great movie now. So it was almost 2 years to research where to find the film, how to improve some of the quality, and then do the songs, do the music. And it was a lot of work. And at the end, I think it came out quite nice. The reviews were like, I would say about 50-50. Somebody said it's great. Somebody thought I killed the movie. I destroyed the movie.
And now you started DJing. Was that a discipline that you enjoyed learning? I mean, it's a real art form in a way.
DJ is for me the easiest thing in my life. I used to work with Chris Cox as my right hand. Then not too long ago, he couldn't come to a gig in Mexico. So I said that the only way is I learn it. So I started to use Ableton by myself. And I know it a little bit, but I know enough to work. And I know it better and better, so now I feel totally confident.
And you play all your own tracks in a DJ set?
I play my own. I recorded 2 or 3 new songs. I re-recorded, actually I did a new recording of the main theme of Scarface. I did
with a bit more kind of dance floor kick.
Yeah, plus it's a slow song.
Yeah.
I did it. That one, I found an incredible mix of a British group called Japan, Sylvian.
With David Sylvian.
A song I produced called Life in Tokyo. I found a remix of somebody, and I cut it. I made it mine, so to say, and it works wonderful.
Mm-hmm. What more do you want to achieve? Are there other kind of completely different creative avenues that you want to kind of wander down?
I think DJ is for now
yeah.
is enough. But my next project, we're coming up with an idea of creating a kind of a new disco show called A Night with Giorgio Moroder or something like that.
Like kind of Soul Train type thing?
Yeah. Well, I would do the DJing, but then before me we have a famous DJ, maybe somebody after. We have, of course, the ball. We have maybe some dancers in a cage. Like a Studio 50. Yeah. Recreate Studio 54, and then have it or in Vegas or in Macau or in London. I don't know, wherever, as a permanent show.
Oh, I see. So it would be like a theatrical experience almost. Yeah,
but based on disco. And obviously, I wouldn't just use my own songs because there are so many great disco songs, Chic and all those guys. It would probably be a little bit like, the Blue Man Group. They have several. It's kind of a franchise.
Would be like the Cirque du Soleil of disco.
Yeah. I would do one a week or a week or a month, and then a famous other DJ would take over. But mostly I love to perform in big audiences. When I was young, I wanted to become a singer. Like every musician wants to be a singer. Everyone wants to be a Michael Jackson, right? And nobody is able to do it, to get up to exact Michael and a few. So I gave up the singing. But now as a DJ, I feel like Michael. You're up there and you're a conductor. You have that coming up. Everybody's doing and pow.
Yeah. So in your 70s, you finally become a kind of rock star.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.